2023 has gotten off to a crazy start. So many great finishes at the big events this year so far, but with winners come losers as well. With the high stakes on the line, some players rise to the occasion while others fall. A lot of young careers in disc golf, so for those who fail, they still have a bright future, but for right now, the sting of losing hurts. We have some pretty sad moments to look at today, some of them involving really close calls, some terrible luck, and one of, if not the saddest moments in disc golf I've ever seen. If it doesn't move you, then nothing will. The Saddest Moments in Disc Golf 2023 edition, part 1, here we go. We're going to start by easing into the sadness on this one. Not super heartbreaking, but it was tough to see while rooting for this player. First event of the year, the Las Vegas Challenge, had a lot of hype coming into it. The best players were all ready to go, trying to fight for their first Elite Series win. Kevin Jones would take over the event, pushing the rest of the field to match his pace. He played amazing throughout the whole tournament, but for him it all came down to the final hole. With Calvin Heimberg chasing him down, Kevin Jones had to start making some shots happen. He played as safe as he could up until this point, but Calvin was able to tie it up going into that final hole. Hole 18 at Vegas makes for a tricky shot with wind conditions that they had. Do you chew off as much as you can to put yourself in a better birdie position, or do you lay back and have a much further throw in? Calvin Heimberg would be up first, just barely making over the water's edge to be safe. He's looking at a good chance for birdie as long as he doesn't mess up the upshot. For Kevin Jones, he had a decision. He had been laying back for the past few holes, now it was time to go for it and take the tournament into his own hands.
We saw that last year, Gannon skipping off the rocks.
Kevin trying to do the wind drop.
Smashing it down. That looked pretty good out of Kevin's hand. Oh, the worst time for a wind shear.
A brutal wind bounce that would take KJ out of contention for the title. He fought hard, almost dropped in his approach shot to try and force Heimberg to make the putt, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. He played a great event, Heimberg just had the momentum there at the end to take it over the line. We'll never know what could have happened if the disc hadn't been beaten down by the wind like that, another sad moment for Kevin Jones. With Jones not having a win since 2020, his fans were left heartbroken again. Since he has been part of some of the saddest moments in the sport already, it's just another to add to the list for Jones. Better luck for KJ USA in the future, hoping to see him capture that win out on tour yet again. The next event for the Disc Golf Pro Tour would be the Waco Annual Charity Open. Let me tell you, this tournament had a lot of ups and downs, for both divisions of professional disc golf. For the FPO side, one player looked like she was going to pull away with the tournament. Ella Hansen, not a winner out on tour yet, but for Waco, she was looking like a champion. With superstar Kristen Tatar chasing her down, this event would come down to the most important shots of her career. Conditions were tough for the event, but the players pushed through, Tatar playing steady and Hansen pulling away on the finishing stretch. Tatar would take a double bogey on hole 13, which would stretch Hansen's lead to 4 shots. They would tie the next few holes, so it came down to just the final 3. Hansen, 4-shot lead, 3 holes to play for her first title out on tour. Hole 16, here's Hansen's drive.
Here, make that second shot easy. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of fade. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, that's out. Oh, my gosh.
Hansen would take a bogey on the par 4 after going out of bounds on her drive. Tatar would make a great putt to capture the birdie. She has cut the lead to just 2 shots with 2 to play. Both competitors would be in good positions off the tee. Hansen up first for her approach shot.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Out of bounds early right for Ella.
Again, Hansen would make bogey after going out of bounds. This time, Tatar just makes par. Even though the momentum was in Tatar's favor, Hansen still had a 1-shot lead with 1 hole to play. She may have dropped 3 shots over the last 2 holes, but if she could just secure a good drive off the tee, she could still win this tournament. Par 4 18 at Waco, there's 2 ways to play this hole. Lay up and then throw the upshot over the water to try and make birdie, or go over the water to the right to make a much easier up and down for the birdie. Tatar up first, she would play up the left side, trusting that she could just make the shot when she needed to. Here's Hansen on the tee with her decision on what to do.
Easy layup.
I'm surprised with this
So
decision.
right. So far
I
right.
can't believe she decided to go over.
Yeah. And it's out, too. It's out. And it's far away. That's a nervy upshot towards the water.
After going out of bounds, Hansen would be looking at saving the par for her best score possible. Tatar placed her upshot on circle's edge, a tough putt with the wind, but still a chance for birdie. Here's how the finish to Waco 2023 would play out.
Oh, no. Get there. That's so short.
That's so short. And that's such a scary putt.
I mean, Kristen has to make her putt, too, but this is...
Go.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. No way.
Wow. And look at this gallery, too. Nerves of steel.
And just living up to the world champion title that she currently...
A sad finish for Ella Hansen. She battled great the whole event, but just couldn't get the job done on the finishing stretch. As Tatar accepts her trophy, we get a cool moment from fellow FPO players, comforting Hansen as she's on 18's green. Heartbreaking moment for Hansen as her closest chance yet to capturing that elusive Pro Tour win. But the really sad moment would come from the post-round interview. Here's what Hansen had to say after falling short at Waco.
With that said, I gotta ask you, what emotion are you feeling right now?
A lot. Different ones. Jesus.
It's okay. Take your time.
I'm really proud of myself for how I played. Jeez, sorry. I was super nervous all day, like all afternoon yesterday. And so to come out and shoot 4 down in the first 4 and just really stay in it, I was really proud of myself. Obviously, you know, bogey finishes, tough, but...
Things weren't done at Waco though. For the men's side, there was still some drama left to be had. The curious thing about disc golf coverage is that if you don't watch it live, someone on the lead card has to win for you to see their round. Now, it's pretty rare that a chase card player wins, but for Waco, it was a possibility. Kyle Klein was playing amazing and got out ahead of the lead card players. The leader to start the day would be Adam Hammes, and in the end, it would come down to him versus Klein. Hammes was having a solid year already and may have struggled a bit during the final round, but he was still in it. Helps when you have an ace to jumpstart your round. But as the tournament came closer to finishing, Hammes fans were left rooting for him to stay in it. On hole 13, he would throw a bad upshot which would hit a tree, resulting in him not getting the easy birdie that he should have. We go to hole 14 where Hammes had this putt to keep pace with Klein.
Okay. Whoa. Adam with a little miscue there.
Haven't seen him miss too many from that range.
Hammes would make par on 15, which was playing crazy tough, and then after that, he was able to get the birdie on 16. With Klein on 18 tee box at 30 under, Hammes would need to birdie hole 17 to keep pace. His drive was good, put him in position for his go-to sidearm to deliver a birdie.
Keep putt from there. This looks... this looks super short. Is this a... Is that a layup?
I don't think it's a layup.
With Klein watching on 18, Hammes was left with a long birdie look. He has to have this, otherwise Klein can just birdie 18 and win the tournament outright.
Fully wrong. He is going for that. Wow. So there's no way.
Well, this is a situation where
Yes.
he knows that Kyle Klein is at 30 under.
Klein would go on to win the tournament, birdieing 18. Hammes would be left to secure second place. A close call for Hammes with that putt on 17. We all know him to be one of the best putters out on tour. And man, he was just so close. A tough loss for Hammes, not anything near as bad as what happened to Ella Hansen, but still really tough. Waco 2023 was a roller coaster of emotions, that's for sure. This next moment we're going to look at happened during the new Disc Golf Pro Tour event at the Open at Austin. For those who don't want to see someone get hit with the disc, then don't watch the next one. I didn't watch the second round of the Open at Austin, so when all the news was popping up about someone getting hit with a disc, I didn't really realize it was at this event. Until I saw what had happened. Eagle McMahon, one of the hardest throwing disc golfers out there, would line up to throw a grenade shot up over the trees to the basket on hole 4. In the bunch of trees would be a cameraman trying to get a shot of Eagle's disc coming in. Here's the clip of the shot thrown by Eagle.
Pitched off.
Oh no! Oh gosh! Oh no! I hope he's okay. Oh my god.
Man, that
Oh,
was
no.
done real bad.
That's gotta be the worst video of someone getting hit by a disc. That noise is so bad, I can feel it in my bones when I hear the disc hit him. CatchCam Dave would be okay, he would have to go get some stitches for his head. Play would be suspended for a short while to help the cameraman get off of grounds. Literally the worst player to get hit by a disc from. Eagles grenades are scary and they're high and powerful. Thankfully he's okay. A scary moment out on tour, something we don't often see. A sad thing to see for sure when being a part of the disc golf scene. For everyone involved in the tournament, it took a turn that you couldn't expect. In the future, things might have to change in accordance to where cameramen are positioned, but for right now, we're just thankful that CatchCam Dave is okay. Sad thing to see at a disc golf event. The most recent event would be the Music City Open. Winner gets a guitar as the trophy, by far the best trophy in disc golf. For the final round, a lot happened. The lead card would change plenty of hands, but there would be some sad moments. First, Anthony Barilla has had an interesting year. He had a chance at Las Vegas, but in the finishing stretch he would drop off. Second place at the Texas States, but Calvin never flinched, so not a win there either. But on the back nine of the final round for the Open in Austin, Barilla was in the lead. But then these 3 putts happened in a row.
And now he's got 38 feet. That one wasn't really even that close. Opportunity squandered right now. But Anthony knows he's got to make this with Gannon at 20. Oh, one of the better looking outside circle putts for him all day.
After that, the focus would turn to Gannon Buhr, who is now the only one who had a chance to catch up to the current leader, Simon Lizotte, who was in the clubhouse. Or so we thought he was the only one. On hole 17, Gannon is down 2 shots to Simon. He needs back-to-back birdies just to force a playoff.
Kind of like it.
Yeah, I do too. Sit.
Yep.
What did that?
Down slope.
You know what? I think he hit the former FPO pad for the old 18.
There seemed to be some speculation by Gannon on his disc bouncing off of an old tee pad. I watched plenty of discs land onto that green, and most of them stuck right in the ground. Gannon's did skip a lot, but after that OB, he would then miss the putt low. Now he is out of it, but our hopes turned back to Barilla. He had been making some sneaky birdies after those putts. Now, after a tap in and on 17, he had a chance to make the impossible happen. Hole 18, long uphill par 4. If he could just manage to get a big drive, he would have a shot at throwing in for eagle. He had to tie Simon for 23 under par. After his huge drive, he had this sidearm from the knee.
That was huge. All right, now this is it. This is for everything.
Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
What a great angle of the cap.
He thought he had it.
Man, I wanted to see a playoff between Barilla and Lizotte. I can only think about those putts Barilla had during the back nine. It may have been sad to watch at the time, but it was enjoyable to see him have a thrower's chance on hole 18. Even though he screwed up during the round, redemption was there, just like it is for all of these players. You learn from your mistakes and you move forward. Ella Hansen will have another chance. Kevin Jones and Adam Hammes, they battle all the time. And Barilla, well, a thrower's chance at the end is always entertaining. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Check out RM Disc Golf on YouTube for other videos like this. If you enjoyed these sad moments in disc golf, make sure to check out the other videos in this series. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.